Okay, so we can get various types of questions based on average speed and average velocity, and here I'm going to discuss three types of questions which we can get. So the first one is here. So let's say a body is moving with an initial velocity v1. Okay, it moves for a particular distance, like let's call it x1. Okay, so it moves for a particular distance and then it changes its velocity. Now it's moving with other velocity. But basically in the question it's not given that this is covering x distance. Okay, nothing has been mentioned about the distance. It just tells you that the object moves for some time t1 with this velocity, and then for the rest of the time it moves with another velocity. You getting me or not? So let's say if you have a question which states that for an object or a car that moves for 50 seconds with velocity 20 meter per second, and then it changes its velocity for the next 20 seconds to 25 meter per second. So these types of questions I'm just trying to solve here. The general formula you can get obtain from this. Okay, so a body moves for t1 time with the particular velocity v1, and then for the rest of the time, that is t2, it moves with another velocity. Basically the object has changed its velocity. Is it clear? First of all, is it clear, the question? I hope that's clear. That makes some sense. Now let's move on to finding out what is going to be its average speed. Okay, so do not run to that concept where you just do this thing that you have distance and then divide by time and you get speed, and then you get speed for this case, and then you're gonna just add them and then take the mean of them. That's not allowed here. Okay, if you have to find the average speed, write down the complete formula. That makes it easier for you to not make any mistakes. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is you have to find average speed, then write its formula. First of all, total distance divided by total time. Now what is total distance here? Okay, we are not given the distance, we just know the velocity and the time for which that velocity is there. Okay, so first of all we need to find distance. How are we going to obtain distance? So first of all I'm going to find distance for this part, and then I'm going to find the distance for this part separately. Okay, so how can I get the distance? Your speed formula is distance upon time, so you can directly get distance. Just replace distance and you will get v by t. Is that how we do it? No, it's not like that. We're gonna take this t over here and it will be like this, vt. So now how I'm gonna find the distance for this part? For this part my distance is going to be v1 into t1, and for this part my distance is going to be v2 into t2. Now if I have to get the total distance, then I can just add them. Yeah, you can definitely add them, they have the same dimensions. Distance and distance, they can be added. Okay, so now you have distance, you can just write them down here and then add them. Do we have time? Yes we do, t1 and t2, just add them. Okay, now what you can do is nothing, absolutely nothing. This is going to be your final result. So let's say if this was my question, I'm gonna just put the values. v1, let's say this is my v1 and this is my v2. So I'm gonna just put v1 20 and my t1 50, and then added 25 into 20, and then 50 plus 20 70. So it will be 500,000. Okay, and then 25 into 2 550, 500 divided by 70, it would be 1500 divided by 70, and then you can just simplify it. This is going to be your answer. So basically whenever you have to find average speed, just start finding out what you need. You need distance, you need time. If you're not given any distance, then find it out. Use velocity, use time, and find your distance. And now for the next part, you have velocity. Okay, velocity 1. So an object moves for a particular distance with some velocity, and then for the rest of the distance, for it to be traveled, it changes its velocity. Now it's moving with some other velocity. Now you have the distance, you don't have the time. You can find the time. V equals to d by t, so your time is going to be d by t. So you will get the time for this one, x1 by v1, for this one, x2 by v2. Now as you get the time, you can just put the values. Okay, total distance by total time. So x1 plus x2 divided by time. What is going to be the time? It will be x1 by v1 plus x2 by v2. So this is how it is. Okay, then we take the LCM and then we solve it. Okay, then the next type of question, the C part. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so here this is x distance. Okay, this distance. Okay, so a body moves for velocity v1 and then it comes back with another velocity. Now it does not mean if you have to find the average velocity you're gonna just take the mean. You're not allowed to do that. Okay, in order to find average speed, just know the total distance, that is going to be 2x in this case, and total time taken. How are you going to find the time? How are you going to find the time? Okay, let's say okay, this one. Okay, so this will be your t1, because x by v1 equals to t1, and then x by v2 is going to be t2. Okay, so you have the time. Now you can just put x by v1 plus x by v2 and then you take the LCM. This is how you do these types of questions.